beautiful people, and welcome to another video. My name is Itse and welcome. If this is not your first time here, guys, you need to subscribe now. I mean, what are you waiting for? Ain't nothing gonna change, okay? You're just gonna keep coming back, so you might as well subscribe at this point, okay? Anyway, so this video I wanted to make because I took a little break and I kind of just wanted to be vulnerable with you guys and just sort of talk why I took a break and just sort of the lessons I've been learning and also what I've been up to when I took my break from YouTube. So if you don't want to talk about feelings and stuff like that, then, you know, next video, previous videos, I'm sure will suit you very well. It's okay. We can move on. But yeah, so I took a break from YouTube, and actually I took a break from social media for quite a bit. I would post here and there, but I wasn't as engaged with it. And I just think for me, my life got a bit overwhelming. I've started a new job. It's become winter in England, and for me, I struggle with seasonal affective disorder in that when it gets this dark, I sometimes don't want to leave my house. It's cold, I'm not as productive, yada da yada da yada da. So for me, that kind of hit me in that I was having so much happening, and I hadn't taken the break to actually, or taken the moment to actually be like, let's regroup, reassess, come up with a new plan on how we're moving forward. So I hadn't done that. So instead of me doing that, I decided to just break from everything, take a moment from everything. You know, I was still working and stuff like that. But I took a break from YouTube. I took a break from social media just so that I could regroup and reassess and figure out the plan moving forward. So I know there's a lot of people out there who are affected by SAD. I'll leave a link for more information about it. And for me, when it gets dark, I need sun, okay? I need sun to be happy. I need sun to be joyful, to be productive, all of the above. Like, I need the sun, okay? And when it's dark, like it's been in the UK, and you'd think I'd be used to it. I mean, this happens every year, right? You'd think I'd be used to it and I'd be able to understand and come up with coping mechanisms, but it hits me every single year like nobody's business, okay? But another thing as well that became somewhat of something that I had to work on was when I get overwhelmed, I need to notice as I get to that level and pull back. It was, you know, I was trying to do team too much out in these streets. I was trying to do 2 YouTube videos a week, 3 Instagram posts with a reel and everything. And, you know, I work full time. And I had to ask myself, for those who work full time and are trying to be also full-time content creators, how the hell do they balance that ish? Because I'd be struggling, okay? And because it gets dark so early, I don't have anybody really available to help me take pictures, you know, from a certain time. And then by that point, it's really dark and there's only so many, you know, pictures I can take myself with a timer. So I'm just trying to figure out ways moving forward on how I could stop myself from being overwhelmed, produce the good quality content that I also want to produce, and just make sure that I don't burn out and don't get overwhelmed. So with that, I started thinking about, okay, moving forward, guys, we're only going to get 1 YouTube video a week, okay? Until YouTube starts paying me the big bucks and I can quit my job. Till then, I only got time for 1 video a week, okay? Because I got bills to pay. I'm not like these big YouTubers raking it in. I wish, dear Lord, I'm ready for when that happens. But right now, I need my job. So therefore, guys, you will get 1 video a week, and I aim to try and post every Sunday, okay? Now, I'm saying this so that you guys can keep me accountable, so that if I mess up for any reason and don't post, I need y'all, okay, not in an aggressive manner, but I need you to be like, sis, where's the video? Sis, you done said this. Sis, what happened? Okay, remember, in a nice manner, don't come for me, okay? Because all I'm going to do is block and delete. But anyway, moving on. And also, in terms of my Instagram, I'm just going to post and do stuff that feels, you know, what's the word? That feels authentic to me. That's the word. Yeah, that feels authentic to me. That sits well in my soul. So if 1 week you get 1 Instagram post, cool. It is what it is. Other weeks you get 2 Instagram posts. It is what it is. But you ain't gonna know unless you follow me. So I hope you'll follow me on Instagram. So my Instagram is simply_itse. So guys, please make sure you're subscribed. You'll follow me on Instagram. You're subscribed on here, and you've hit the notification bell on here, because how else are you going to keep up with me when I'm all over the place? Okay. But no, that's in all jokes. I'm trying to create a bit more stability and a bit more order in my life. Some people can just wing it and just, here and there do that and do this and be all over the place. For me, I need structure. I need a plan. I like order, because that way I know what I'm supposed to be doing when, and it just works out well for me. Okay. Now, I understand I'm doing a little waffling here. So this is just me sort of holding myself accountable. It's like a diary to myself. So when I look back at this, I'm like, sis, you said A, B, C, and D. You need to be doing it. Okay. So this may not apply to you guys in terms of what I'm saying, but it's just me sort of like speaking to myself, just saying, get your ish together and take a moment when you need to. But in the whole sentence on the whole idea of taking a break from social media, I've noticed that quite a lot of people do. I mean, I've done it numerous times, because sometimes when you go on there, you see perfect lives, perfect bodies, people who seem to produce content every single day, sometimes twice a day. You're like, how do you do it? Like, you start comparing yourself to them. You look at their bodies and you're like, oh, my body isn't like that. Or you look at their food and you're like, oh, you look at their houses and stuff. So for me, I took a break because I was starting to compare to a level where I was like, okay, that's not attainable right now for you. That's not your life. This is your path. That's their path. So this. So why are you? So I was like, okay, come back, girlfriend, take a moment, regroup. Why do we use social media? Okay. And I had to, unfortunately, unfollow a lot of people and sort of curate my feed in a way that made me happy, in a way that didn't make me compare in a negative way. Comparison absolutely can be positive, where you look at somebody and you see them as not as a goal, but as not a benchmark, but I don't know how to think about, like a role model slightly. I'm not sure if that makes sense. But you see somebody who's just bought their first house, for example, and they do videos about how they bought their first house and they show you the interior. I can take that as motivation and be like, okay, I'm going to save in this way to buy my first house. The interior in that room was beautiful and I would like to emulate something similar. Or, okay, that's not what I'm going to do. So that's how now I've curated my feed, so that I feel more, feel more at peace when I go on social media. Not that I go in it too much, to be honest. I've really been working so much that I don't have a life, okay? I don't have a life. And I'm okay with that, because I need the money to pay my bills. So I'm okay with that, okay? But yeah, curate your social media in any way that suits you. Make sure that you ultimately, when you log onto social media, you're doing it not to compare in a way that makes you feel crappy about yourself, but in a way that uplifts you and motivates you. And with that being said, while I've been away, what have I been up to, guys? So while I was away, I actually, as much as I was off social media, I realized I watched a lot of TV shows. I watched a lot of movies. So first of all, like everybody and their mama, I watched You season 3. So if you have not watched You season 3, what have you been doing? Okay, I know you got life and everything. Cool. But you need to watch You season 3. I mean, I'm hoping y'all have already seen the other seasons, but season 3 was really interesting. I won't do any spoilers here, but just say that the finale was like, huh? What? That's all I'm gonna say, okay? And on top of that, my other half and I actually rewatched Real Housewives of Potomac season 6, I believe. I've watched all the seasons, and when I saw that season 6 was out, I waited till all the episodes were online so that we could binge them, and we sure did. We are now waiting for the reunion part 2. Let me just say that those ladies are... It's a really interesting show, to be honest. Those ladies are beautiful. Those ladies are just hardworking Black women just doing it in this world that we live in. And it was such an interesting show to watch in terms of the dynamics and how the differences in, for example, Real Housewives of Atlanta and them. I mean, I haven't watched Real Housewives of Atlanta in years, but when I remember watching it and now looking at the Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm like, interesting, really interesting. I will say, I'm I have my favorites on The Real Housewives of Potomac, but I'm not going to mention out in these streets because I don't want people coming for me. But I will say, I think there's some people who need to hold themselves accountable for some of the shit they say. Because you can't just be like, if you start something, I'ma finish it, and then you come at them in a dirty way. That's just not cool. That's just not cool. But we got to move on. Another sort of show, or I guess, well, it's a podcast really, that I've really been enjoying is Ricky and, oh no, I forgot their name. Oh no, Ricky Smiley and... crap, I forgot their name. I'll put it somewhere here. It's called We Said What We Said on Spotify. It is hilarious, guys. And now I'm watching, or listening rather, for the first few episodes when they first started, because I had no idea this podcast existed. And I was like, where have I been? Because this is hilarious. I'm learning so much. What the hell? But yeah, We Said What We Said on Spotify with Ricky and, oh my God, I'm so bad for forgetting this gentleman's name, and I'm so sorry. I feel so, like, it's right here, you know, but I just, oh, I'm sorry. But anyway, the podcast is so good. I'll leave a link for it down below. Please check it out. Like, honest to God, I'm telling you, it's hilarious, okay? What else have I been sort of binge watching or binge listening to? Adele's new song, Easy on Me. Oh my God. Adele, I just don't know how she does it. I don't know if it's because we fall in love with her authenticity, her rawness, her realness. I don't know, but that song has been on repeat, guys. Repeat. It touches me because I think a lot of people can relate with that song, because it's basically saying, go easy on me. You know, I may not have learned something. I may not be at the same level as you. I may just still be trying to get my ish together. Just go easy on me. And I was like, yes, that is a message we need, people. And go easy on people, because we out here in these streets all at varying levels of growth, okay? Don't be judging people and coming for people just because they're not on the same wavelength as you. Give them time. But I love that song. I love that song. So yeah, for sure, when Spotify does their year roundup, I'm sure my Adele will be on there, because I've listened to her quite a few times, okay? What else have I been up to? I did go to the cinema and watch James Bond when it came out. So I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. Great movie, great. Love the way that the storyline played out. I don't know. I guess because we've been waiting so long for it, my enthusiasm, or whatever you want to call it, for it had kind of like nosedived. So I was excited to see it, but not to the same excitement as I would have been when it first was supposed to come out. I don't know, but go watch it, guys. I think it's good. It's obviously, I just think I wasn't as excited as I hoped I was. I don't know. But while I'm, talking of movies, I also watched Dune. So that movie's hella long. Hella long, okay? But really good movie as well. I like the way it was kind of like portrayed. I like the storyline. I like the little flashbacks. And I like the way they left us hanging at the end. Usually I hate that, because I'm like, I can wait another 2 years for this ish. But I really enjoyed the way they left it, because I was like, there was no way they could close that storyline in the time that they had. Like, it needs another movie for sure. So Dune, good movie, double thumbs up for me. Go watch it. And then recently you can tell that even though I've been procrastinating with YouTube, I've been living my best life. But recently I went to watch The Eternals. Right. Marvel. Okay. So Marvel, whatever you put out, I will always watch, because I have no self-control, and for some reason I'm obsessed with Marvel movies. Never read any of the comic books, and I plan to never read any of the comic books, but I love the movies. But The Eternals, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I think it's one of those movies that really should have been a Disney Plus series, okay? Now, before you come for me, go watch the movie and then tell me whether you agree or disagree. Leave a comment down below once you've watched it. Because the movie is great and all, very powerful, love it in terms of, but there's a lot of characters and each character really needed time for the character to develop, for us to fall in love with them. Because I don't remember many of the characters' names. I know Cersei, Icarus, Sprite, there's the guy who has the cult. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. But I don't remember his name, but he was cute. But yeah, go watch it and let me know what you guys think. But definitely, I think it should have been a Disney series instead of a whole movie, because I had so many questions and I wanted to know more about the characters. I wanted to, you know, be, what's the word? Not involved, but like feel like I was on the journey with them. And because of how it quickly went through it, I didn't feel that. But you know me, I'm gonna be at the cinema watching the next Marvel movie, whatever that movie is, okay? Because I have no self-control when it comes to Marvel. But I'm still gonna give you a little side eye, okay, when you be doing the Eternals this dirty. Okay? Yeah, I think that was mainly all that I've kind of watched and been up to. I think for me moving forward, I really need to get back into working out. It is just dark out in these streets and it's cold and I don't want to leave my house, okay? And I've had issues with my back for a while now, and which has limited me in that I can't do weights, I can't do HIIT. So I kind of got bored with what I was doing and just stopped completely. But I know Christmas is around the corner and I'm gonna eat, so I need to start working on my summer body for next year, people, okay? But yeah, let me know, guys, if you're also in the same mindset as me and that there's been a lot happening and you've just had to take a break from everything, you know, and now you're slowly coming out of your little cocoon, you know, and be like peeking through like what's happening, what can I deal with, what can I not, and then you're like, should I go back in my cocoon, should I go back out? I don't know. But yeah, so guys, I hope I wasn't all over the place. I know this was a very rambling video, but as I say, this was also a video diary to myself to keep myself accountable as I move forward. I am here, I am back, and I'm going to try, is the magic word, and deliver good quality content for you guys. So whatever you guys want to see, please let me know. Leave a comment down below and follow me. Follow me on my Instagram at simply_itse, and follow me on here as well. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, and hit the notification bell, people, okay? Let me know what you want to see next. But yeah, with that all being said, have a beautiful day, people. Bye.